What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Jimmy James 59. And well, it looks like the notes of the official update are upon us. You can see this is coming out October 30th. The new DLC and everything drops tomorrow. I haven't actually checked to see if this patch is in the game already. Definitely going to need to update our mods sometime soon, but I saw this and I thought I would run through this with everybody, and let's go ahead and take a look. Let's just start from the beginning. They're giving us a sneak peek, right? It's going to be landing tomorrow, so it's probably not out just yet. It's a huge one with Pathfinder improvements. Let's go. Balance changes, bug fixes, and more, etc., etc. All right, so let's take a look at this. Mountain Royals DLC, 2 new campaigns, etc. Okay, let's go. So this is how you can buy it. Some new achievements, if you're digging that. Stability and performance. Okay, interesting. Some audio. Romans, we're having some weird audio, people seem to think. All right, no worries. Xbox. Pathfinder. Legacy Short Pathfinder has been replaced by a new algorithm that was only enabled in single player mode for testing purposes. Units controlled by human players have a reduced timeout before attacking the new unit. Units attack gates to move to the center. Ooh, that's actually not bad. Improving units spawn. Fixed an issue where units freezing during a battle after receiving a patrol or attack. Oh, thank goodness. Fixed an issue where units being tasked can retarget. Okay. Fixed an issue where villagers summons go the opposite way after receiving a move command. All of these things sound fantastic. Like they're addressing exactly the kind of things that we addressed in the game. So very, very excited for this update. Fixes. Okay, that's all fine. Campaigns, if you're interested in the campaigns, I'm not going to go too much in it. Looks like some of the things were replacing Georgians and Armenians and some things. Let's get into the balance changes. I will scroll slowly. So, Elite and Imperial Skirmisher bonus attack for Spearman armor and class increase. This is what we expected. Genitor is going to get an increase as well. And the Battle Elephant base movement speed is going up at the same time. The big one here is with the skirmishers, right? Think about this in terms of your bonus damage. This is increasing it from 3 to 4, so it's a 33% increase in bonus damage. And if you think about how much damage a skirmisher, right, is doing, right, so in 3 plus 4, but 4 damage gets soaked up by armor of, say, a fully upgraded arbalist, right? So 3 plus 4 minus 4 is 3. So basically we're going from 6 to 7, right? So in practice it should be something like a 16% increase. That's going to be pretty big, I think. Skirmishers are going to be, those Night Skirm armies are going to be pretty effective. I could worry a bit about all-in skirmishers countering, say, Arbalist Halberdier, but that already is kind of a counter to that composition. I think the elephant movement speed will be decent. The unit feels really, really slow, but I just don't think it changes the game. Their conversion, they're so easily converted by monks that I don't think a little bit faster movement speed is going to help that much. Monks, okay, let's see what they say here. Conversion attempts will now take 1 second to disrupt the task of a villager. You can't charge the juice on buildings, so that's good. I honestly, I still think monks, first of all, is a step in the right direction, I think. I think monks still have a way to go, honestly, when it comes to being balanced. I think I've said before on this channel, and I guess you'd think I'd kind of got half of this one right when it comes to no longer being able to charge up the juice. I've been kind of thinking that they'll get rid of the conversion cycle completely. So if you fail to convert a unit, you got to start back over from the beginning. That's just my opinion. I think it would incentivize more, it really penalize players for failing to convert. So that's just me. And I also think some of these monk technologies, maybe we can make them more expensive. I think you could make Heresy cheaper. I saw Viper make that comment in a video, and I actually asked Hera about it on his channel, and I don't think, he was in the same camp, but to be fair, it was during a stream of his, so you know, like it's not like, you know, it's not like he had a ton of time to, you know, devote, you know, a lot of mental energy to it. You know, when you're talking to somebody on a stream, right? You know, I don't expect them to have the luxury to think through every exact little detail. But I think at least it was initial impression, it seemed like, you know, that Heresy was appropriately priced. But I think I'm still in the camp though that Heresy could be cheaper. You know, so we'll see though. We'll see. You know, Hera did mention Faith maybe being cheaper, and I think that that's probably a good idea too. All right, so Celts are going to get a change. Ring Archer Armor. All right. Japanese. Cavalry Archers +2 attack against archers. We're going to have to go in the editor at some point when this comes out and test if that applies to skirmishers. You'll know on this channel, I already did a PSA about this. And this seems... in the preview update, it affects skirmishers and was insanely broken, in my opinion. We'll see. Magyar has our cost. Basically, in the end, right, you can still make them as a trash unit. They're getting an HP boost. That's really interesting, actually. I mean, honestly, I think the Magyar Hazar as a Castle Age unit, or maybe even just a regular version of itself, it's going to be pretty strong. Training time being reduced, yeah. Magyar Hazar is getting a buff. Pretty nice to see. Persians, okay, a lot of changes to the Persians, so let's jump into this. Okay, Persians are going to start the game with 50 food, 50 wood, that's the same. Town centers and docks have 2 X hit points, that's the same. And work 5, 10, 15, 20% faster. Okay, so the change here. The Dark Age is going to be 5% faster. This is kind of this was the DE Persians, so kind of the new Persians in DE, which are kind of the old Persians for what we have now, had this bonus. It's going to let you get a villager ahead when you click up, and you'll go a little bit faster through the transition from Dark into Feudal Age. So it's going to be really nice, especially when you pair it with this bonus here. Cavalry generate 5 gold when killing enemy military units. This is going to be pretty interesting, I think. I see this a lot more as a late game bonus, because armies are pretty small in the early parts of games, and when you think about cavalry killing military units in the Feudal Age, if it's not other cavalry, you know, maybe archers, but archers are usually guarded by spearmen, so I think you're really going to see this later on as a late game bonus for it paying off. So this will mean that your trash wars can be absolutely insane with this Civ. Parthian tactics being available in the Castle Age, I think this is a real nice step. It's not the way I think I would go with the Persians to make them more of a cavalry archer Civ. Have that in their back pocket. It's not bad. I think it puts them, in my view, kind of on par with the civilizations like maybe like Hindustanis and Spanish and Lithuanians and Chinese that are only missing Parthian tactics, but all those civilizations have Bracer. And that's the thing about Persian cav archers, is you don't have Bracer. So it's not a unit that scales the best. And Parthian tactics is an expensive upgrade on a Castle Age economy. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. Keep in mind, though, that their cavalry archers are also going to be able to generate gold. So if you're playing at least somewhat aggressive with them, then your cavalry archers are, in a way, cheaper on the gold cost, depending on how many units you kill. So, again, it's not a unit that scales the best into the late game, and I think cavalry archers are still going to be a little awkward for Persians, but it does let you build up that mass at some point in Castle Age, and I don't know, I think it's interesting. It's not bad. I think it's a step in the right direction, and honestly, I don't think every cav archer civ needs to have great late game cav archers. I will settle for the fact that their cav archers in the mid game hit a peak, and honestly, they're still not bad in the late game. It's just that Missing Bracer really hurts your damage output and makes them fall behind a lot of the other cavalry civs. Caravanserai and Imperial Age, that's cool. Let's talk about the unique units, the War Elephant, sticking around. The Savar, I think a lot of people have been talking about the Savar. Once the DLC drops, we'll be able to actually look into them, but basically, I see changes coming to this unit if they haven't already been incorporated. It's really strong against archers, and if it's going to be as strong as it is against archers, it probably needs to be maybe a little worse against melee. The upgrade cost is pretty cheap, so yeah, it's a little tricky, but they'll get it eventually in terms of balance. Commanderin, this technology, staying the same. You know, I gotta say, I'm gonna kind of do a video about this, but I think Commanderin's attack is kind of wasted on the Persians, personally. I think other civilizations in the game might benefit from it more, and maybe that's worth doing a video about in its own right. Let me know in the comments if you think so. New Imperial Age Tech, though. Castles receive less bonus damage. Ooh, so it's going to be harder to siege these guys down. Arrows replaced with bullets. That's going to be cool animation-wise. They need more attack, more against infantry, more against rams. Persians are going to be a tough civ to push against now. Persians are sounding like a fantastic civ at this point. The night bonus is the same. Other changes to the Elite War Elephant. Going to be just a building killer. And looks like the speed boost, okay, baking in there, that's fine. Alright. So trying to get elephants, more war elephants. Balls aren't going to get guilds. That's not a bad change to them. Romans, Elite Centaurian aura effect is being reduced. I don't see this used very much, but that's okay. Saracens, this is an interesting one. Camel units plus 25% HP. I think what this means now is that camels are going to, in Castle Age, will have 145 HP. And then in the heavy camels, we'll wind up with 170 like they already have. So it won't change your Imperial Age, but this makes it a lot smoother to get to. Camels with 145 HP. Ooh, baby. That's gonna sizzle. Because right now they're 130, get an extra 15 HP. That means you're tanking probably an extra 2 or 3 archer shots. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Saracen camels are trying to get up there, trying to take the top spot as the best camel civ in the game. To know if they'll get there on that. It'll be interesting to see, though. They're definitely a contender. The Mamluks getting an HP increase. Zealotry. Monks automatically hear multiple nearby units? Okay, I mean, that's not bad. I kind of like that, you know, that's Saracen monks. Saracen monks I think are supposed to be pretty good, so that's fine. Slavs, farmers work faster, civilization bonus, but from 10% to 15%. I mean, it'll definitely help out the Slavs. It'll definitely help them out. I mean, I don't think it makes them any more interesting, personally, but if it makes them feel a little more competitive, I guess, that's not bad. I mean, it's probably just a good change. Random maps. Aftermath, I don't care. Amazon Tunnel. Ooh, looks like Arabia changes. Interesting. I haven't seen Arabia change in a while. Random map scripting, lobbies and matchmaking, blah, 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 modding, if you do that. Ongoing, we're tracking things. Just some voiceover stuff. What's on the horizon? Okay. We'd like to thank for each of you. Blah, blah, blah. One of the PvP, submitting feedback. I don't really identify will be resolved in the pre-release. It allows us to get a head start in the next update. Okay. Disclaimer. Right. And that's it, folks. So, basically, this update is pretty much exactly what we saw in the preview update. This is what I've got my focus on here, what we've seen on the channel. I will say Kels getting ring archer armor is nice for the civ, kind of underrated. The skirmishers work, well, you know, I would say trash, but trash is kind of a compliment in Age of Empires. So let's just say that they were a dumpster fire. Now, interesting for the civ. So that's going to be the update. I'll definitely be doing some builds and civ overviews, things like that, of the Georgians, the Armenians. I'll look at the Persians a bit more, I think. And yeah, but that's going to be it for this update. Definitely looking forward to this one. Props to the devs. And hey, let's go ahead and jump into it. Like I said, guys, I'm Jimmy James 59, and I'll see you out on the ladder. Peace.